Hello and welcome back to my channel, Miami Star Tarot. Excuse me. I am doing a 18 and over reading for, it's a pick a card, and it is for lust, sex, or love, or a combination of all three, how your person feels about you. So I have three piles here. I am going to just kind of move them over so you can see them better. So this one has the bloodstone. And this is the Bianco Nero deck. It is just a normal black and white, similar to a, excuse me, Rider-Waite. Very different, but similar style. The second one is a Moonstone. And it is, the deck is the, sorry, I have to look at it. For some reason, it escaped my mind. Decameron Tarot. Pile 2, this one does have nudity, a lot of sexual content. That's why it is an 18 and over. Very explicit sexual scenes in this one. And then pile number 3, you have the Selenite, and it is the Casanova Tarot. And this one also has a very sexually explicit pictures, so just be aware of that if that helps you choose your pile. I'm going to have you take a look. Sorry, I just started choking here. I'm going to have you take a look. I'm going to move my camera just so that you can see it a little bit closer. I will be pulling 6 cards for the energy for each of these, pile 1, pile 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead, you can pause. Oh, I guess at this point, if you're live, you can't really pause it. But I will be going ahead and starting the read. If you want to go back later and choose a different one, that is fine. I am going to start with pile number 1, so I will remove the 2 boxes and set aside pile number 2 and then pile number 3. Oops. Okay, and then I will put my bloodstone right there. Okay, so I will be shuffling 6 cards for pile number 1. So sorry guys, if you're watching my other one, I had to redo it. I'm having microphone issues, and I didn't realize that I hadn't chosen the microphone. YouTube's forcing me to choose the microphone, and I keep forgetting to do that because for the first 10 reads, 15 reads, I didn't have to. Suddenly now I have to, so I forget. All right, here we go. This is lust, sex, or love for pile number 1 using the Bianco Nero deck. Let's see what is going on for pile number 1. Okay, here we go. I will be pulling the cards. All right, I am seeing a lot of love in your read. So I don't normally, I know how to read them, and I used to read them upside down cards, but for some reason, I'm just going to keep them. If they happen to be, I usually keep my cards right side up always, but this one came out up reverse, so I will keep it there as reverse. Sorry, I had to move it. I want to make sure that you can see very clearly and your underlying energy. Okay, so right off the bat, I was seeing a lot of love here on your read, pile 1. So you have, I'm going to see your major arcana cards. You have no major arcana cards. All your cards are the minors, which are more like little details, things going on, versus like a main theme. But you do have your underlying energy, which serves as kind of a main theme for this purpose, is the Ace of Cups. So definitely a new connection, new beginning, or just a new offer in love. If it could be already a love that's kind of already started. So I differentiated that between new beginning and new love. So yes, I mean, you definitely have someone that has high interest in love with you. I don't know, I'm being so clumsy. You have also the Six of Cups, which is a card of like soulmates, reminiscing memories and things like that, which is a really nice card to have. Pentacles, and you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so what that means to me, having all this here, is that you could have somebody coming back in your life. There's two scenarios I think that are most predominant here. You may have someone coming from your past, and it could be like a childhood friend. It could also be just an ex that you have had a relationship with in the past. And they're going to come back if that's the case, and they're going to offer you, I think, maybe make a proposal, like, you know, like ask you out or see if you want to get together. They definitely have some romantic interest. Now, this person, you could really have had a relationship. Like I get a lot of that for some reason. Pile number one is that this person is someone that's familiar to you, and whether you've had a relationship with them in the past I don't know, but I feel like very strongly that this is a connection that you already know. You do have the Ten of Pentacles here, which shows me that it could vary, and I hesitate to say this, but I'm just going to say it. For some of you, a small amount of you, I think it could be an ex-husband or an ex-wife, a reconciliation after some time apart, some significant time apart, because some of you guys have like a rich history together, okay? And it could definitely be someone that you've maybe even had children with. But whatever it is, the coins are, it's the highest level of commitment that you can have, which to me tells me that you have had that with this person in the past. And because you have the Six of Cups, which is the cup, which is also like someone coming from your past as well. So for a lot of you guys, I think it could be like just an ex-boyfriend or someone that you've known from childhood. And for a very small chunk of you guys, it literally can be an ex-wife or an ex-husband that's going to come around and offer you what they're wanting from you. And what they're wanting from you is a new beginning. They want to reconciliate, and they want you back. They miss you. Now, you do have the Ace of Swords here, which is another beginning, but this one is more about, this is like the sword of truth. So I feel like for some of you guys, pile one, when you do come together with this person, you will definitely come to truths with, this is your time, is what I'm trying to say, that you say what you want, what you need from them, because I feel like a lot of you guys are interested in this relationship, or you will be interested in this relationship when it comes back around. For those of you who have no exes coming around, this can simply just be a new love, okay? And somebody that wants to have a deeper connection with you with this Ten of Pentacles, okay? This person has their eye on you, and they're wanting something real with you as well, okay? But like I said, I think for a lot of you guys, it is, I think, an ex coming back. Now, down here, we have a couple warnings. So this is turning out to be more of a, I think, of a love versus sex and lust. But you have the Queen of Swords, and it's reversed. So the reason why I kept it there reversed is because I think it's very significant in the way you need to approach this person, or the way you need to allow them to enter into your life. The Sword of Truth, you need to get down to business if you're going to accept this person's cup, okay? And the way you're going to do that is you're going to have to basically cut some things out that you don't want. Whatever caused you guys to split is going to have to be discussed, okay? So I think there's love there on this person's part. Trust me, there's love there. It's very strong that there's love. But you may have to cut some things out and just be very frank with them, because you have the upper hand in this situation. You have the Ace of Swords. They have their Ace of Cups. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the upper hand, which gives you the power to, I think, kind of shape this relationship the way you want it. and you're going to have to do that with this Queen of Swords. You're going to have to take on that. I don't want to say bitchy really, but you're going to have to. And if you're a male, then you're going to have to be bitchy, you know, and to say, listen, this didn't work for me in the past. This didn't work for me. This didn't work for me. Hey, you have nothing to lose, right? So I think this is what it's going to come down to. Now, this person does see you right now. I think they've learned their lesson, especially for, and you know, if you're single, this is not going to totally apply to you in this sense, but for those of you out there that it is an ex, they've learned their lesson. They've learned the hard way. I think there have been many tears shed. I think they've had many conversations with themselves. They have taken a good look at them in the mirror and possibly have agreed with you as to why this relationship didn't work. And they realize that they have to make some changes. Right now, their dearest wish is to have you accept them and take them back in their lives. Okay, this person here also, you have the Five of Cups, which is the cup of depression. The card of depression. It's also the card of seeing what's bad, not good, and just looking at the bad side. So this also can indicate something that you're going to have to do for this connection. And you're going to have to take a really good look at whether this person is someone that you want to, you know, invest time with. Do you want to be in this relationship with this person? Are they worth your time? So that's kind of where you are with this pile number one. This person is also really hoping that you see the good part and you ignore the bad parts. And that's why this conversation needs to be happening. They know what they've done and they know how they've come across. And I think they heard you when you told them, you know, when you guys broke up and you know, the reasons why. They heard you. And whether they left or you left them, it doesn't matter. You know, they did see what they've done wrong. And I think they're willing to change, but they realize too that there are some bad feelings left behind, you know, with this Five of Cups. And, you know, with this Five of Cups, you do have two that are turned upright, but as you can see, the person's not looking at those, they're looking at the bad. So I think this person is going to try to remind you of all the reasons why you guys initially got together. And you also have that Six of Cups there, which is a reminiscing card, memories, going down memory lanes. And it's also someone coming back from your life. So they're going to want you to look at the positive and not the negative. Okay, so they may be trying to persuade you to take them back. And, you know, if you're interested, then I think that you should listen. And I think most of you will listen. But again, don't forget the Queen of Swords. You need to have that sharp tongue. You need to be ready, and you need to be, you really need to state what you need and what you want in order for this connection to come forth. So yeah, they totally want something with you and they want to get back together. So those of you who are single, this person here, this is a little bit different for you, slightly different. They do see you as a wish fulfillment. They do definitely want to have a relationship with you and they would like to pursue something with you. And I feel like for you guys, you have a little bit more of a warning here as well, where I think that this person's going to try to sell themselves as really high quality. And some of them may very well be very high quality, but they're also possibly going to be hiding something. And for those of you who want to try to get together with this person, it would be worthwhile having a good conversation. Again, you do have the upper hand here. You do have the Ace of Swords. Your situation's a little bit different, those of you who are single, because you know you don't have the upper hand in saying, hey, I need you to cut this out, cut this out, cut this out. And this person's probably not at your mercy the way an ex would be here in this situation. But I think that you do need to do a little bit of investigating. This person really likes you and they really think very highly of you. But there's something there that you may want to investigate and see what they're all about, because they're going to try to sell themselves really like high quality, the best you can get. And for some of you guys, there may be something hidden there. So They feel like they're your soulmate, this person, this new person. For those of you who are single, it's not an ex. And with the ex, I mean, they definitely feel like you guys were meant for each other. So, all right. So that is pile number 1. Let me clear the cards. I will put these away. There's the box. I am going to now do pile number 2. Get the stone back. So pile number 2 is the Decameron Tarot. Again, this one does have very explicit nudity, so be prepared to see that. All right, so pile number 2, lust, sex, or love. And I will leave that up to you. Okay, so pile 2, how does your person feel to you? Okay, so now let me cut the cards. So you have the 7 of Wands, the Tower, and the Magician. 9 of Cups. The other group had the 9 of Cups as well. The Queen of Swords. The other group had the Queen of Swords as well. And the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, pile number 2, your underlying energy is the 4 of Pentacles. All right, again, these are sexually explicit, so I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, but you were warned. All right, so you do have the Magician and you have the Tower as the major arcanas from this. So you have 2 major themes here, which is an explosive event and also manipulation and I think just manipulation and trying to manifest something. So you do have the 4 of Pentacles, which means that your person, for some reason, seems to be not being very truthful about something or holding out. They're not being completely forthcoming with you about something. And because you do have the 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands is more of like the fighter in that person. And I think that this person really is trying to get a hold of their emotions more than anything. And they're holding out basically because this person has realized you do have the Tower. I feel like this person has realized the effect that you have in them, pile number 2. So they are really on defense, and I think they're trying to hold their power. They're trying to maintain cool, and they're trying to maintain, I think, like this front of this person that's in control. And oh yeah, you know, I like you, but you know, I don't like you that much. It's, you know, I'm okay. I'm cool with this. It's that kind of an energy. And so if there is a person out there that you're really interested in, pile number 2, it's just a mask that they're wearing. This person is way into you, but for some reason they feel this need to stay in control of the situation. They do not like to lose control. And that is where this Magician energy is coming in. As a magician, you know, they are the masters of illusion. Okay. And that's really what I'm getting from this person is they are head over, they have the Tower, and I don't think they expected necessarily to feel this way about you. And it just threw them off, like really threw them by surprise. When you come around them, I feel like they kind of lose their sense of, it's almost like they become very nervous. Okay. So they're really throwing on that Magician. They are doing everything they can to make themselves seem a little bit more under control. Now, the thing is like, I feel like they know you know how they feel, and that's why part of it is, and sometimes they can come off as being rude, or they can come off as being I think they take it too far. Like sometimes trying to pretend like they don't really care that much, they take it a little bit too far. And I think that's kind of where you can tell, pile number 2, is how this person's feeling, because they really like to have their power. You do have a 6 of Pentacles, so we're going to talk about this here when we get when it comes to power, when we get down to this row. Now, here you have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, and you also have the Queen of Swords. So I am picking up some pretty strong sexual energy for you, pile number 2. So they do have a lot of fantasies. The 9 of Cups here tells me that they see you as, you're basically the superstar of their fantasies right now, and they have a lot of them, and they want to experience, I think, because of their issues with control, like they kind of want to have a controlling type of energy toward you, where so it could be either one. And I'm thinking it's more them with you. Like, I think they want to feel like they can control you. And that's typically like more of a negative thing, but in their mind, it's not. And if you're into, and it's games, it's not like they want to literally do that, like in life. I think just when they have like their sexual fantasies, that they're probably thinking more like they want to play these sex games with you, where, or not even games, just they want to have like control over the sexual activities that you're doing. Like they want to feel like they're more of the masculine, and the dominant, that's the word I'm looking for. So they definitely want to have like the dominant role. And not that they don't want to please you or anything. I mean, they're totally all about you. So, I mean, I think whatever comes of it comes of it. But I think they kind of like feeling like it gets them excited. Like it gives them like adrenaline rush to be the person that's kind of more or less controlling the sexual encounter. So you do have another card, which is about control. So you've got 1, 2 cards about control, 3 right here. This one's not about control. It's more about kind of more of an attitude and the way you express yourself. Okay, that's the Queen of Swords. This one, it is a control card. It could be quite a few different things, but in this scenario, it's definitely about control. I think that this person is possibly, you know them from work. They could also possibly be someone that's a little bit above you in work. So there is an imbalance of power between you guys anyways, as it is, but the imbalance is more of like a position of work. It's not that they see you as less than they are. They definitely don't see you as less than they are. They're just a little bit more above, I think, in at work. So I think for this person to actually do some of this stuff, express themselves, and part of the reason why I feel like maybe they need to be in control of their emotions and how they feel about you, is because you guys have an imbalance of power somehow. Like it doesn't have to be work. It could be school, like not like teacher or student like that, but it could be like if you're in college, maybe there's a teacher that likes you. You guys are both adults, and maybe they just have thoughts and fantasies about you, and they may never say anything either. I'm not exactly saying that they're going to come forward and say something, but they are withholding. I mean, the withholding of feelings and information is definitely there. Okay, and the Magician, again, is just having to use everything that's available to them to kind of like simulate that there's nothing going on in their head when there's a ton going on in their head. And, I think they kind of enjoy their position a little bit, because it makes them feel like important, I guess. Like for some reason, like it's more like they're a little important they're kind of important to you in some way, however shape that form that imbalance of power is. This person is definitely like important in some aspect in your life, is what I'm trying to say. So Yeah, so you do have some sexual fantasies here. They do think a lot about that. And I'm going to have to call this one more of a lust one. I'm not calling it, you guys call it. But anyways, that's just kind of the energy I'm feeling for this one. All right, that is all I have for you, pile number 2. Let me put this one away. I will put the moonstone away and get you guys ready for, get pile number 3 ready. Okay, so let me take away my moonstone. I'm going to put my selenite out there. And this one is also sexually graphic. So be prepared, pile number 3. So how does your person feel, think about you, feel and think? Are they lusting after you? Are they thinking about sex all the time? Are they in love with you? What's going on? Pile number 3. Scorching Gamer TV. I think that I could do one that's called sex, but this one is lust, sex, and love. So this may be the real deal for some people, but I hear you. I know what you mean. Maybe I'll do one this weekend. Just make sure to tune in. Just sex. All right. This is for pile number 3. Okay, you got the moon, 2 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you've got 2 Pentacles. You've got Justice, 11, 7 of Cups, and you've got that is the Knight of Pentacles. So you have a lot of Pentacles here. And then you have the Page of Pentacles. So you've got the Knight and the Page of Pentacles. So you have the Page of Pentacles as your underlying energy. So this person that you have your mind on, sorry, it is the Page of Cups, not the Page of Pentacles. What am I talking about? So they definitely have a desire. They definitely have a desire to express themselves and tell you how they're feeling. This person is also, I don't want to say they're immature, but they definitely have like a very young personality to them. They could just be a lot of fun. They could be a person that wants to explore relationship, explore just friendship, explore a sexual relationship. There's a lot of stuff that could be happening with this person, but they definitely want to come in and they do have an interest in you. And I am getting that they might be just a little bit obsessive about their feelings. And I don't think they know exactly what they want. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this, because it is a young energy. It could also be pile number 3, someone that's a little younger than you as well. And they're a little bit confused, or like they're not sure what they want to do. You do have the Moon card and you do have the 2 of Pentacles, which is of choice. Like they're not sure how to approach, even how to get to you, how to express themselves to you. I have to say that I'm getting a strong feeling that this person's younger than you. That, or it could also be that you're more experienced, like you have, or you're further in life than they are. That could be also the other scenario. But they definitely look up to you in a way that you know, they definitely see that there's a little bit more of a imbalance, I think, in maturity level. So they're struggling, I think, in how to go about and tell you how they're feeling. They're definitely keeping their feelings deep down. You do have the moon card, and the moon card says, you know, in this case, that it's like feelings that are hidden inside of them, but they're also kind of raw and a little bit wild, the feelings that they're having. So I'm thinking for a lot of you guys, this is someone that just has a lot less experience, possibly younger, and they are wanting to, I think, talk to you or wanting to tell you how they're feeling. They just don't know how to go about it. I think they're also a little bit intimidated because you do have the Queen of Pentacles here, and the Queen of Pentacles is a married woman in all essence of the card. So you know, it could be a male. This could totally be a male energy as well, but this is what kind of is throwing me towards, like, this person might be a little bit younger than you or inexperienced. And it could also be that they're maybe at a lower level than you are if it's a work situation, because they look up to you. Like, they have you a little bit more on a pedestal than as seeing you as their equal. Like, they're not very comfortable approach. They don't know how to approach you, but they definitely have, you have the moon card here, and you have there are some deep, raw feelings, sexual desire. The moon card is a very sexually charged card, and there's definitely a lot of sexual energy going on here, and they want to express it. And I think, you know, that you do occupy a lot of time on their mind. Now, you do have here the Justice card, and the Justice card is about doing what's right, what's wrong, thinking of consequences. So they might be a little bit scared of rejection if they do approach you. I think this person, pile 3, just based on what I'm reading right here, can be a lot of fun. So if you are looking for, like, I don't want to say like a one-night stand, but like a passionate fling, like, this person may be perfect for you, because I think that they'd be willing to do whatever they can do to get to you somehow. Not get to you, like get the best of you, but to get to something with you. Like, they just want to get their hands on you somehow. And like I said, they're kind of immature, kind of young-ish. Not immature like they act like a little kid or they're annoying, but just young. And what I'm really picturing here, to be honest, is like a young guy liking a woman that's a little bit older than him. And the woman possibly, I mean, you could even be married. So if you're, ladies out there, if you're married, it doesn't mean that you don't have a younger guy like lusting after you. Just look around you, you'll see it. Those of you who are just older, not married, look around you. I mean, this could be a good time for a fling if that's what you want, you know, if that's what you're looking for too. So yes, I think that they're just a little afraid of being rejected, or they're afraid of you laughing at them or being made a fool. And also, like, if there's people that know about it, I think they'd be embarrassed to be turned down, and then, you know, they get made fun of. You also have the 7 of Cups here, and the 7 of Cups is all about illusions and fantasies, and this person has a lot of them. Pile number 3, they really do think about you a lot. You have the Knight of Pentacles here with that, which means that this person, I think, is coming up with a plan, and they're really trying to figure out how they can approach you and how they're going to plan it out. Because, you know, with this 7, I think that this person is so enthralled and they fantasize so much that they, in their heads, it's like, I think they're going to take the chance. I think they think that they just need to give it a shot. They need to see what happens, because they can't stop thinking about you, is basically what it's coming down to. Now, this other thing that's just kind of hitting me right now as well is, for some of you, if this person isn't younger than you, it is a person that is just a lot more inexperienced than you are, or you make them feel very young, and they like that. Like, this person, and I mean, let's say this person's 5 years older than you. I think that you bring out something in them that makes them feel young and youthful, and it like reawakens their senses. And you know, with the Seven of Cups here, it's a really strong indicator to me that this person does have a lot of sexual fantasies and things that they want to try out with you. And, you know, like I said with pile number 2, like you can just be like the focus of their fantasies here. And I think that they have quite a menu of things that they would like to do with you. And if you, I feel like you need to make this a little bit easier for them to be able to get close to you. I don't think they can get close to you very easily, and that's kind of a problem. So I feel like there's like a little bit of distance between you guys somehow. Maybe if you guys work together, they're just in a different department, or you know, they work the front, you work the back, like whatever. Like you're in upper management, or maybe they're in upper, because it could be a person that's older than you. You just make them feel really young, and you like reawaken their senses, and they really like that. Yeah, I'm not seeing any heavy sexual things either. I'm sorry, Scorching Gamer TV, but you know, they do have a lot of sexual fantasies about you. There's a lot. Like the Seven of Cups is like having like a closet full of things that they think about, but nothing really specific is coming out for that. Okay. I would call this lust if I had to pick. You guys pick it. But there's a little bit of everything here. I think it's more, I would have to call it like more of an obsessive type of crush. So it's like a crush, I think, like a very, and again, I think for a lot of you guys, this could be someone that's just younger. You do have this Queen of Pentacles. Now, if you're female, you could also be their boss. And this is a male, a younger male that works for you, and they're just kind of all over the place with how they feel about you. So, yep, that's what I have for you, pile number 3. I will take a question from somebody. If anyone, I don't have a ton of people on here, but if you have a question, I will answer one question. Saida, I think that's how you say your name. Saida, what was your question? If I can answer that. Scorching Gamer TV, do you have a question? I will wait. I'll shuffle for another minute. If I don't have any questions, I will just move on. So just type in your question if you have one. Well, I will end it there. I did not get a question from anybody. I know that I had someone asking if they could ask a question. I will put this away. All right, so pile number 1, 2, and 3. That is what I have for you. And I might do one that's just about sex this weekend. So if you are interested in that and I have the time, I may just go ahead and do that. And then I'll really have to put a warning on there because I don't want to offend anybody. Okay, that's all I have for you. I will talk to you later. Thanks for visiting my channel, Miami Star Tarot. Bye-bye.